TIFU by not flushing a yellow jacket in the toilet, causing my guest to get stung in the balls. Today, to my horror, a yellow jacket got in my apartment. I got insanely lucky in that when I saw it, it was sitting on a magazine, at an easy height to trap. I thought fast, grabbed an empty glass, and slammed it on top of the thing, screaming internally and praying not to trigger its rage. I looked around very carefully but, thankfully, didn't see any others. Meanwhile, it had started going berserk in the glass. So I worried the second I took the top off, it would fly out and exact revenge on me. However, just leaving it under the glass made me incredibly squeamish. I hate bugs. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to hear the staticky sound it was making. I just wanted it to be gone from my life and to pretend none of this had ever happened to me. I considered moving it to another room where I wouldn't have to look at it. But I kept catastrophizing situations where it got out. I could forget it was in there and pick the glass up. Or someone could knock it over. Or any number of things. So finally I, very carefully, picked up the glass and the magazine underneath it. I kicked my toilet open with my foot. And bam, I dropped the whole thing in there. Magazine, cup, all of it, and slammed the lid down as fast as I could. I didn't want to risk lifting the cup and letting the yellow jacket escape before I got it in the toilet. I had considered trying to shake up the cup until it died or became disoriented enough to be docile. But I couldn't escape the feeling that my dumb ass would lose hold of the magazine and then the motherfucker would be loose and extremely agitated. I didn't flush. Of course. Not with a whole ass magazine and a cup in the toilet. But my logic was eventually the yellow jacket would fall into the water and drown. So I'd open the toilet in a day or two. I've got a bathroom in my room and a guest bathroom. To fish out the items and flush the bug corpse. So I recovered from the heart attack for the most part and settled down to watch some TV. A while later a friend texted that he was in the neighborhood and could he come over. I said sure. We had a beer. Watched some Olympics. This is a good friend. A close friend. Not the kind who asks if they can use the bathroom when they're visiting. So a while into the night he gets up. I don't think anything of it because we'd both been getting up periodically to grab snacks. Plug our phones in. Whatever else. Before I realized it, it was too late. I heard the door close and I started to call out, "Oh hey, you should actually use the other one." But he didn't hear me. All I heard was a strangled a-a-a-u-u-g-u-u-u-u-g-g-h-h-h-h-g-h-h. Then a crash. And then the door flies open. My buddy falls out, naked from the waist down, crawling backwards, screaming, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?" and clutching his testicles. I had to control myself and tap into my more humane urges because with the knowledge that thing was now loose in my not very large apartment, all I wanted to do was leave. But I had to help my friend up. He was in serious pain. Then we had a real dilemma because he didn't want to put his balls away but we also wanted to get out of the apartment and go into the hall or outside, safe from the yellow jacket, which at that point was out for blood and could have been anywhere. My ability to remain calm in the crisis was not helped by the fact that he was attacking me the whole time. He thought whatever had just happened was some kind of fucked up prank. Because there was random garbage floating in my toilet and he felt like he'd just had an electroshock to the dick. He was hitting me with his free hand and going, "Why was there a book in there? Seriously. What did you do? This really fucking hurts." And on and on. I told him. There was a bee in there. There was a yellow jacket in there. And his twisted mind jumped right to my having done it. Deliberately. So, half naked, and I'm assuming still in searing pain. He tackles me. He's yelling, "You sick fuck. Why would you put a bee in there?" And all this other stuff. I was too horrified by trying to keep my friend's dick from touching me while simultaneously trying to locate the yellow jacket again. Finally we realized we'd seen it fly out of the bathroom, so it must not be in there. And we locked ourselves in, and calmer heads prevailed enough for me to explain the whole pathetic situation. The yellow menace managed to get him in the neck as well, so he was subjected to an overwhelming amount of pain head to toe. But he wasn't allergic or anything, so he was able to get home just fine. An added awful fucking bonus to this fuck up of mine is that while I do know how to tell yellow jackets from hornets and hornets from honeybees and so forth, I didn't know they don't all leave stingers behind. And I was taught that if you're stung, the first thing to do is remove the stinger by any means necessary to stop the transmission of venom. So I spent a good 10 to 15 minutes massaging my buddy's ballsack until we thought to Google, what happens if I can't find, remove yellow jacket stinger, and learned that they rarely leave anything in the skin. So it was a painful and awkward night all around. The yellow jacket is still in my apartment somewhere. I fucked up the moment I didn't just kill the thing when I had the chance. Stay safe out there, Reddit. TL. Doctor. Trapped a yellow jacket in a cup. Threw entire cup in the toilet to prevent risk of being stung, figuring it would eventually die. Forgot to tell a friend visiting. He opened the toilet lid and got stung in the balls. I then had to spend 10 minutes fondling him trying to pull out the stinger. Turns out yellow jackets don't leave stingers. I was too horrified by trying to keep my friend's dick from touching me. I spent a good 10 to 15 minutes massaging my buddy's ballsack. What happened to your resolve? I think you are supposed to suck the venom out like a snake bite. If this isn't true, it's at least an entertaining story. A++ would get stung in the balls again. If it is true, I suppose you two now have a new relationship. Rather a big difference between flushing a yellow jacket and flushing a yellow jacket. Although either may not end well. Evidently. Is he okay now? I can only imagine the pain. Massaged buddy's balls? We're just gonna gloss over that part? All wasps are assholes. But yellow jackets are a special kind of asshole that not even other wasps want to associate with. I got swarmed and stung multiple times while hanging a hammock last month because I was apparently standing too close to their nest. About 20 minutes later, I'm talking about it with some friends who were with me, and one of them hands me a can of wasp spray and asks if I want to get a little revenge. I say yeah and stand up, and immediately start yelling and stripping my clothes off. My friends are looking at me like I'm insane. But I'm in agony because one of the little bastards had hitched a ride in my shorts and had chosen that exact moment to start stinging me again. None of them got my sack, though. Your friend has my sympathies. Why you didn't put the magazine cup and bug outside? I hope this is true. I'm sorry it happened, but I have laughed to the point I'm wheezing. The nut massage damn near killed me. TLDR. I captured a bee in my flat and threw it into the bowl where one scat. I thought it would drown. Did not flush it down. And my buddy got stung on the sack. You can put trapped insects in the freezer for a minute or so. They become immobilized for a couple of minutes for you to safely release them. I am so glad I don't panic around bugs. Although, There was that time I stepped on a yellow jacket nest and stood around getting stung until I realized that it was too late to ignore them and had to run like hell. Why would you put that whole setup in the toilet? Most toilet lids have some space between the lid and bowl, even when the lid is down. In other words, unless it was somehow still sealed inside that cup, it could easily get out of the toilet. The least you could have done is kissed the sting to make it feel better. That shit itches so bad after it starts to heal. I got bitten by a large wolf spider on the tip of my dick. And that shit he'd got weeks. I got stung by a wasp a month ago and that wound still hasn't healed. I hope you buy your buddy one hell of an apology gift. I don't understand why you didn't fling the wasp out the window though. You are a terrible friend. SMH touch his balls for 10 minutes and don't even give him head. There is something missing here. Why did you have to massage the sack? I've never read of someone with so little faith in themselves. Geez. 10 out of 10 would recommend getting stung the balls.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.